It happens.
It happens, bro.
It happens.
But anyway.
Alright, check me out. Check me out.
Hey, kill it off for me. Let's finish this.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Done. What career?
But I'm not a rapper.
What career?
Look.
You got a point. Here it is.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow.
Hello everybody, I'm not dead yet, and today I am reacting to Exercise for Cheat Meals. Exercise for Cheats. Eat for cheat meals. Eat meals. Who made a video exposing Remington James for stealing recipes, and I am reacting to this video because considering the fact that I recently put out 2 videos kinda defending a lot of the criticism that Remington James gets, I figured I would be one of the perfect people to react to this. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to be like, oh, well, so you are actually against what Nick has to say? 1, I don't know, I haven't seen the video yet, but 2, I highly doubt it, because in those videos, I mention that it is true that Rem copies recipes without credit. He has said it before in a video, he has admitted to it. But one of the main points I made in those 2 videos was, let's shift the narrative. Let's stop talking about how unoriginal his recipes are and start focusing, or not unoriginal, but uninspired his recipes are, and start focusing on the fact that they are not entirely original and that he does not give credit where credit is due. But we shall see exactly how much of what Nick says is factual. I believe it to be a lot because Nick does his research. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Gram for gram, ingredient for ingredient, cook temperature for cook temperature, the exact same.
Do you have to censor goddamn? Is that really a swear? Like, I know it's completely off topic, but goddamn, we have to censor goddamn.
In this video today, we will be looking at both Remington's recipes and his Anabar product and be going through similarities and differences, mostly similarities, compared to other recipes and products. Before we get started, let's remind ourselves how Remington reacted when a recipe reviewer used one different ingredient in one of his recipes.
So I want to kind of stop and inject here because a lot of people talk about how mad he got at James Edwards, but a lot of people don't talk about the fact that he wasn't actually even mad at Sush in that video. He titles it Sush Rant, but he wasn't mad at Sush. He was mad at James Edwards.
This is a recipe that Protein Chef posted in April of 2017, and Remington posted his own in June of 2017. Anyways, let's take a look at the ingredients. No Parmesan cheese is really the only difference here.
And I figured for the final ingredient, I had this in the fridge, so we might as well use the old food scale and implement it. We have some Parmesan cheese. We're gonna be using 30 grams of this as well to add some flavor.
See, that's an interesting thing because not a lot of people go back and watch a lot of old videos, which is really, because I had known about Remington James for a while, but I had never heard of this recipe. And so when you get older recipes, especially from younger channels or newer channels or channels that just really aren't well known and they're old, it's a lot harder for people to dig stuff up, you know?
Moving on to Exhibit 2, we have a protein pancake recipe by a keto-friendly creator that goes by the name of Joe Duff. He is another major creator in the food YouTube space, and in 2017, he came out with a protein pancake recipe. Let's check out the ingredients.
So the first ingredient we need is 220 grams of fat-free cottage cheese. It's gonna add 184 grams of liquid egg white.
So there was slightly different amounts, but no scoop of protein.
For real, dialing this one in took me a few tries, but boy, let me tell you.
Did it happen to be because you took a scoop of protein powder out and you had to get the wet to dry ratios correct, Remington?
That's a really interesting point, actually. Because, yeah, like, Because I'm like, yeah, those ingredients don't really, like, they're similar ingredients, but they don't really seem the same, but that's a really interesting point.
So we will move on to category 2, which I would like to call highly sus. For our first example, we will start with the Buff Dudes. And back in 2012, they came out with a protein peanut butter cookie recipe. I will put those ingredients up to the left here. Now let's go through the ingredients for Remington's peanut butter cookie recipe that he posted 5 years later. Again, I want to give the benefit of the doubt, so let's go through the cooking time and the cooking temperature.
325 degrees. Now this is all going to depend on your specific oven.
Cooking at 325. We're gonna take this now. You put this in here for about 5 to 6 minutes. Keep in mind your oven temperature and your cookie consistency. Everything can vary depending on the type of oven you have.
Again, depending on your certain oven.
Highly sus.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Yo, you know what I realized? Remington is literally the equivalent of the kid that says your same joke, but louder and everybody laughs. Like, that's literally, it's like the kind of lesser known kids say something, and then Remington hears the joke, and he's the popular kid that says it louder, and everyone just bursts out laughing. Damn.
The third recipe introduces someone you might not expect. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he blogs on his website, and he also has a very successful Instagram following as well. His name is Mason Woodruff, and he has been creating recipes for years. Back in 2018, he came up with a healthy popcorn chicken recipe. Remington made a recipe by the same name in 2019. Hold up. Just because it's the same name doesn't mean anything. A recipe can be the same name and they could be nothing alike. Gram for gram, ingredient for ingredient, cook temperature for goddamn cook temperature, the exact same.
Yeah, like, am I really, are any of us really surprised? Like, we all knew that he would take inspiration from people. Is it really that much of a stretch for him to go stealing recipes? Is anyone going like, oh my god, I never knew that. How could Remington James ever do that? Like, I don't think, are any of us really that surprised? I think it's just, honestly, I think most of us are probably more surprised that he didn't hide it better. Like, I guess he thought maybe no one would ever really look into it. Good thing we have Mr. Meals.
Mason Woodruff also had this recipe on his website back in 2017. But I'm just thinking there is no way this recipe can be the same. No way.
Now we need 30 grams of some sweetener. So I'm gonna be using Swerve Confectioner Sugar Replacement.
Yo, even the Swerve is the same. That's nuts. Because people are starting to use Swerve now, but back when this recipe came out, Swerve wasn't all that popular. It was more stevia or whatever bargain brand sweetener you could find. Huh.
Now what we're gonna do with the glaze, grab a donut, right? Take the top side and just put her down in here. Give her a nice little spin. Lift her back up. Let some of that drip off of there. And voila. And voila. Voila.
Voila. The guy even said voila.
I mean, you usually say voila when you're revealing something, right? So, voila, Remington. Fucking, oh my god. Oh my god, Remington! Like, bro, I'm trying to defend you! I actually tried to defend you! Like, I tried to defend you. Like, anybody who denies this is just, I guess, a fanboy is what you would call it. Like, is willfully ignorant.
From the evidence presented today that spans over several years leading up to this very month, Remington James never gives credit where he gets anything from, takes certain recipes and represents them as his own, and takes said recipes and puts them in his cookbook, which he makes a tall profit off of.
Yeah, that's actually something that a lot of people, myself included, sometimes overlook, is the fact that it's not just a YouTube channel. He sells these. I wonder if people could take legal action against him for this, because this is actually theft of intellectual property to make a profit.
8 recipes, 6 different creators. And there's more, but this video is already way too long. My dad always told me, if it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Well, that's me right now. I am that duck.
You can say I am just mad because he has a bigger following than me and he has more success than me.
Yeah, but you'd be wrong. You'd be a complete fucking moron. Anyone who's like, oh, you're just mad at Remington's success is an idiot. And, you know, you may throw me into that because I said that in those 2 videos, but I was saying that in reference to people saying his recipes are boring and uninspired. Nick here has proven that Rem steals recipes. So, even if you think I'm an idiot for saying that, I'm not saying that now.
To that, I would say you are partly right. Am I mad or jealous that he has a bigger following than me as a whole? No, not at all. I have 10,000 subs, and that is more than enough, and I am grateful for every single one of them. But am I mad that I grind every damn day into the wee hours of the night to create my recipes, while some of Remington's most popular videos are ones that are hard to believe aren't ripped off to the very gram? Hell yeah, I'm mad.
And rightfully so. How many people get mad at being the one to do all the work on a school project and then everyone shares the grade? Like, Remington James is making a ton of money off of these recipes. And Nick and a lot of other creators put in a lot of work into the recipes that they create. Nick put a ton of work into this video. He has a right to be pissed. And I'm glad that he made this video.
There are so many creators, big or small, that are grinding every damn day trying to do their best. And for someone to come in and take a recipe from someone and to not even give credit for it, come on, man. There is enough people watching videos on this platform for everyone to thrive and be successful. It's just selfish as hell, bro.
There's enough room for everyone at the top. Everyone here is so supportive of everyone's business, and we all try to level each other up. That's why a prime example of, you know, Christian, Heidi, Shawley, like, will be models for everyone's company, even though, you know, we're all selling athletic shorts or girl stuff.
There's room in the space for everyone to grow, and don't be selfish, pretty much. That's like the main point here.
I'm gonna try these bars side by side in another video because this video is already way too long, and I'll break everything down then.
Okay, so I am actually really excited for that Anna bar review because I wonder if they did copy the recipe exactly, what kind of legal action will come from that, because I'm sure there's got to be legal consequences for that. But in conclusion, they say that mimicry is the most earnest form of flattery. And it seems like Remington James has flattered a lot of creators. But if I were one of those creators, I would have preferred him to just verbally flatter me a little bit in the video. Maybe give a little bit of a, hey, these guys did something great, you know? And when it comes to the whole honesty and integrity thing, right? This doesn't surprise me because there are a lot of people who are willing to lie, cheat, and steal their way to the top. However, I am not surprised at all that Nick made this video, or that this video was made at some point, because you lie enough, you are bound to get caught. It's why I do my best to be exactly who I am on this channel, to preach exactly what I believe on this channel, because if I started pretending to be someone I'm not, or saying things that I didn't believe, eventually I would get caught lacking and people would be like, hey, what you just said there contradicts what you've been saying this entire time, which is what happened to Remington James. Liars need to have an amazing, incredible memory. Because they have to remember their lies and they have to keep their story straight. And it seems like Remington may not have that great of a memory. But that's really all I have to say for this video. But until that video comes out, I'm not dead yet. And Remington, if you're watching this, it may seem like your tomorrow has arrived.